The Labyrinth is a forgotten world hidden beneath your city's command center, a mysterious realm where you, the chief, take on the role of an explorer determined to uncover its ancient secrets across multiple zones. The Labyrinth is divided into 6 unique zones, each governed by its own rules that directly relate to your overall power. So before diving in, you need to understand what type of player you are, and that means analyzing your power stats summary. For your information, your overall power is divided into 9 main categories, each reflecting a different aspect of your progression. Building power shows how far your city's development has advanced. Troop power, based on troop tier, skills, and total troop count. Hero power, determined by hero tier, level, skills, and exclusive gears. Hero gear power reflects the overall tier, level, and stats of your hero gear. Chief gear power, measured by the combined level of your chief gear. Chief charm power, based on the total level of your chief charms. Tech power, calculated from every technology researched in the Research Center and War Academy. Pet power, derived from your pet stats, tiers, levels, and refined levels. Expert power, based on your expert stats, levels, affinity, and skills from the Dawn Academy. But that's not all. There are 2 additional hidden powers that, while not listed in the main category, still play an important role in special Labyrinth zones. VIP power, determined by your VIP level, which enhances various battle-related stats. The higher your VIP level, the better your performance inside the Labyrinth. Daybreak Island power comes from the bonuses of your decorations and affects your combat capabilities in certain zones. Once you know your power breakdown and where your strengths lie, you can identify your player type and use that information to dominate the Labyrinth zones ahead. Now that you understand your power structure, let's talk about the zones themselves. The Labyrinth is divided into 2 main zone types. Specific zones, where only 1 or 2 power categories are counted. Special zone, where all of your powers are unleashed at once. The 5 specific zones are Land of the Brave, Cave of Monsters, Glowstone Mine, Earthlab, Dark Forge, and the single special zone is the heart of it all, Gaia Heart. Each zone in the Labyrinth opens on specific days, and every zone focuses on a different type of power. To perform at your best each week, you'll want to plan your schedule around which zone is currently open. Here's a clear breakdown to help you organize your progress. Land of the Brave, open every Monday and Tuesday. Only hero power and hero gear power are counted here. Cave of Monsters, open every Wednesday and Thursday. Only pet power is counted in this zone. Glowstone Mine, also open every Wednesday and Thursday. Only Chief Charm power is counted here. Earthlab, open every Friday and Saturday. Only Tech power is counted in this zone. Dark Forge, also open every Friday and Saturday. Only Chief Gear power is counted here. Gaia Heart, open every Sunday. This is the special zone where all power categories are active, allowing you to unleash your full combat potential. So throughout the week, make sure your strategy adapts to the zone that's active. If the zone emphasizes hero power, focus on your best heroes. If it focuses on tech power, strengthen your research bonuses. By building your formation around the power type that matters most that day, you'll always enter the Labyrinth with the upper hand. Now let's move on to troop ratio, one of the most important factors that determines how efficiently your teams perform inside the Labyrinth. It might sound complicated at first, but once you understand the logic behind it, everything falls into place. The rule is simple. Always start with your strongest troop or heroes type, usually either infantry or marksman, and then follow with lancer as support. If your infantry has the highest stats, your upgrade and ratio order should go like this. Infantry first, then marksman, and finally lancer. But if your marksman is stronger, reverse the order. Marksman first, followed by infantry, and lastly lancer. You can easily verify this by checking your military stats, sort them from strongest to weakest, and that order will reveal your ideal troop ratio setup. Now, let's talk about formations. These setups are tested and optimized specifically for the Labyrinth event, where troop synergy and team coordination matter most. Sword and shield formation, balanced setup. 50% infantry, 20% lancer, 30% marksman. This formation offers a great balance between attack and defense, making it ideal for most situations. For this setup, use a marksman as the rally captain, with infantry as the second joiner and lancer as the third joiner. It's especially effective when you want consistent performance across both offense and defense. Sword formation, offensive focus, 50% infantry, 10% lancer, 40% marksman. This formation focuses on maximizing attack power while maintaining enough frontline defense. It's perfect for your main team, especially if your marksman power is the highest among your troops. Assign a marksman as the rally captain, infantry as the second joiner, and lancer as the third joiner to ensure optimal offensive momentum. Shield formation, defensive focus, 60% infantry, 10% lancer, 30% marksman. This one emphasizes durability and stability, allowing your front line to absorb massive amounts of damage while your back line continues to deal consistent DPS. Use infantry as the rally captain, marksman as the second joiner, and lancer as the third joiner for best results. Usually, I use these formations in only two specific zones: Land of the Brave and Gaia Heart. That's because in these zones, you can deploy 3 troop formations at once. Through extensive testing, I found that the most optimal combination is either 1 sword formation and 2 shield formations, or 1 sword formation, 1 sword and shield formation, and 1 shield formation. I divide these formations based on each team's overall power level. My main team, which has the strongest power, uses the sword formation for maximum damage. My second team, which has decent but slightly lower stats, goes with the sword and shield formation for balance. And my third team, which has lower offensive potential, uses the shield formation for durability. By assigning formations this way, every team contributes according to its strengths. Your strongest team delivers heavy damage, your second team provides steady balance, and your third team holds the line. This layered strategy ensures that your overall combat performance in the Labyrinth reaches its absolute peak. And after testing all the Labyrinth zones, I've found that Land of the Brave and Gaia Heart offer the best rewards overall. You can clearly see it from the number of stages. Land of the Brave has 600 stages, and Gaia Heart goes even further with 650 stages, while the other zones only range around 200 to 250. That means the more stages you clear, the more raid rewards you'll earn. Simple as that. Of course, clearing all zones is ideal, but realistically, it's not always easy, especially for free-to-play players. That's why it's much more efficient to focus on building up hero power and hero gear power first, rather than rushing into chief gear or chief charms, which take longer and require rarer materials. So here's my recommendation. Start with Land of the Brave. It's your best choice for faster, consistent progress. Then, once you've grown stronger, push into Gaia Heart, where all your power categories combine for the ultimate challenge. In short, make Land of the Brave your starting point, and Gaia Heart your endgame goal. Master those 2 zones, and you'll be maximizing both your performance and rewards every single week inside the Labyrinth. Now, what about you? Do you also think these 2 zones give the best returns, or have you found different results? And what about your troop ratio configuration? Do you use the same setups, or have your own powerful formation ratios? Share your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear your strategies and experiences. And if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss my next in-depth Whiteout survival guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.